Hey YouTube, it's me again. Got some free time. I'm gonna do hopefully a couple more knife reviews in the next couple of days. Here you see is the Cold Steel Bowie Bushman survival knife slash hunting knife. It's yeah, it's a 2.5 millimeter thick SK5 steel, which is equivalent to American 1080. It replaced Cold Steel's Carbon 5. Because the copyrights, for some reason, no one is allowed to smelt that kind of cast or smelt or whatever they call it. They're not allowed to produce that kind of steel. So SK5 is the next best thing. And just give you a quick overview of the knife. It's hollow ground. Very, very nice relief bevel. Very, very sharp. There's the Bushman logo. It is made overseas in China. Take it or leave it, guys. If you don't like Chinese stuff, don't buy it. But this is very well made. I've thumped on it quite a bit. If American factories put out stuff like this, I would be honored to. I would take pride in having USA stamped right there instead of China. I would be proud that my country, or if I worked at a factory and my company put out stuff like this, I'd be proud to say I worked at that factory. Take it or leave it, guys. It's $18. Well, that's as much as I paid for this one. That's about the best you're gonna find on this. It does have a round handle, which you could attach a spear shaft, and I want to actually roll in one of my little projects. Here was my, it's actually a hammer handle that I got from a hardware store, and you could see where the threading of the screws were. And actually the way I broke this was I put it on, I threw it a couple of times, I was feeling pretty good. Here are the screws actually. This one went down here and this one went up here, this little one, and the little one went in that notch. I was actually swinging it and it did not break. Let me put this on, show you guys what I'm talking about. It did not break right here. It broke at the pivot pin, which would have been up here, right there. Or, well, I shouldn't say pivot pin. It broke at the securing pin, which is good and bad. Good because I know I could fix it, bad because I ruined my new toy. Anyway, I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do an axe handle in a little bit. I might actually get a boar spear for that one. But I learned you can't chop with these, and if you do, you're probably going to break it. But anyway, that all aside, I carved on that piece of hickory for a while. I actually chopped a piece of oak in half. I wouldn't, if you're discouraged because it's a thin blade, I wouldn't be if I were you. I was nervous about it being a thin blade. It chops. You've seen the Cold Steel videos where they chop through a 2x4 with a machete. You know, you don't need a thick, heavy blade. You just need a sharp blade. And this is plenty sharp. It could split a piece of paper in half. 11.5-inch piece of paper, all the way down the middle. You know, you don't lose any capabilities there. Actually, let me roll in the sheath really quick. I don't have anything in this sheath, but you know, a lot of people weigh in on the customer reviews and the forum sites. Say, oh, the sheath is cheap. Well, it's 18 bucks, guys. You know, it's you get what you pay for. I want to make a leather sheath, but I want to keep a pocket like this, because that's another reason why I like the knife. You can put the knife in the sheath backwards, and it fits. Just so you know. You know, if you're in a hurry or if you want to switch it to your left or right hand side, just got a simple belt loop, so you'd have to wire it through your belt. It's got a hard plastic thing to protect the point. But you see, you can put it in either that way or that way. The pocket's pretty big. A lot of people put in Altoids containers. I'd probably just put in those orange, those little orange things that medicine comes in. Those are great too because those are waterproof. Get a big one and put it in there. You keep Vaseline, cotton balls, fishing string, some rope, whatever you want really. It gives you a lot to work with. Let's see, what else? Not really a whole lot else to talk about because it is such a simple knife. No jimping. Jimping's overrated, or at least I think so. Handle's nice, seamless handle. Actually, Cold Steel designed this knife with the bushmen in Africa, with them in mind, and I think it is right. They did a great job, and it is rightfully called the bushman because if I wanted to travel light, you know, rule one or none, this would be the one knife I had, without a doubt. Maybe a small sharpening steel, little one, to touch up the edge, but I am confident in this blade. I have been thrashing on it off and on. No, I have not stuck it in a vise and twisted it. That's dumb. I could see people wanting to test the flexibility, but I've stabbed wood with it. I've chopped wood with it. I've carved wood with it, and I am not disappointed. I actually see really close up on the edge here, right there. There's a chip in the blade, and that's from where I hit a rock while I was chopping in the sand. And that chip is so small, it doesn't even matter. Yeah, you can see where I reworked the edge. There's another chip. But that will not mess with the performance of this knife at all. There's a picture of the bushman. See, just traveling light bow. Leopard spotted underwear. Haha, just kidding. Spear. Like I said, if you do attach it to a spear, make sure you don't try and use a spear as a hatchet like I did, because you'll probably break your spear. A much better way to do that is place your knife on something flat like this, or your spear. Say you have your spear handle attached to this, on something flat like wood or a rock. Pick up your log that you want to split and hit the knife with your log. That way you're not putting stress on that contact point, okay? Got it? Put the knife on something solid and you hit the knife with the log, and that'll use the weight of the log against the edge of the knife, and you'll be able to chop whatever you want. The blade, you could grab all the way up on here if you want, you know, do some fine skinning or whatever. You can sharpen the back clip if you want to use it primarily as a spear. I'd rather not. I like keeping my knives on single edge. I might get one, have a friend of mine sharpen the back clip on another one I might get, just for kicks and giggles. But yeah, overall, this is currently my favorite knife out of all the knives I own. It's $18. It's made out of carbon steel. If all SK5 is like this, I would say all SK5 is worth the money, and very appreciated. Thank you.